Hi there. Welcome in. That is now twice now. I never do this. For some reason, the last two streams, I have hit go live instead of selecting the scene to say hello to everyone. I don't know what's wrong with me. Hi, I'm Chef Jay Tay. Happy to see all of you. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. Hello there, Will. Welcome in, Muskeg. Hello there, Nan Reader. Welcome in, JK4T. Hello there, El Capitano. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Coffee. Excuse me, I'm a pint low or so tonight. Went and got 101 tests done. Doctors tested me for everything under the sun. Uh-oh. Someone forgot to warm the water up today, too. That's another one. Like, I'm gonna mute to do the grinder. So yeah, today has disappeared doing the doctor run around, laboratory shopping. Yeah. So we're doing mozzarella sticks tonight. And so if you aren't a subscriber and seen the subscriber channel in the Discord, I revealed that we're doing turkey burger melts with mozzarella sticks in the turkey burger melt. Gonna be doing mozzarella stick poutine. And then going to be doing churro mozzarella sticks. I'm gonna make a chocolate sauce. Chocolate dipping sauce, and then I'm going to fry the mozzarella sticks, toss them in sugar and cinnamon. Yeah, the chocolate cinnamon. I do believe that there's garlic in these, so it's going to give it a bit of a savory side to it. I did look for ones that didn't have a whole ton of savory seasoning in them and went for the one that I thought had the least, but that's sort of like, did they not use onion and garlic and just upped how much garlic they used? Or hopefully they just didn't use the onion and didn't ump up the garlic, because why don't we do this? That way you don't have to hear the kettle nearly as much while it's heating up. And turn off the mic back there for the moment. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all having a good hump day? You have a good start to your week. I'm still in ingest prison. Like, I'm using all of the compute power for ingest, and just about all I can do is, like, watch some videos. I don't even want to play video games while this is doing the ingest. Hey, Chris. I threw out the scale. Close. But you're a little early with that, bot. That is part of the plans for tonight, Chris. But I'm also doing a turkey burger melt with mozzarella sticks, and I am doing mozzarella stick poutine. Question for chat. When you picture mozzarella stick poutine, are potatoes still involved? Am I going to be put in poutine crimes for just doing mozzarella sticks? My grilled cheese got over 250 likes in the grilled cheese Reddit. Hey, guava chica. Oops. Get out of here. I plugged in the creamy and now the cable's in the way. The other night I used maple yogurt. The other half of it went into this, and it was quite delicious. I enjoyed that. Welcome, Knowledge. Oh, a couple of them are serious about their baseball, too. Yeah, they got several of them, don't they? I don't know them all. I'm definitely like, I talked about the extent of my hockey knowledge these days the other night. Go sports. But yes, they most certainly have a few. Like, they're definitely hockey fans in that country, but it's not alone. Let's get that glare out of there. Glare. Nice. I think I had a Brave... No. Did I have a Braves hat at one time? Like, as a kid, I had several, like, baseball hats. But, like, I was never, like... I don't think I, as a kid, ever, like, sat through watching a baseball game. Give me a quick second here, Chad. I'm gonna go see. I mean, it might not be here, but... That's... Culinary Institute. Nope. You can tell how often I wear hats in that I store them so closely to the door. Why are you focusing on my inventory? Let's go, camera. Get with it. So, thank you all for joining in with me tonight. Greatly appreciate your company. Hopefully you're having a good start to your week. Cheers. Good footed hat's nice. I just don't like constricting things around my neck. I don't like constricting things around my head. And that falls into hats. If you got like the perfect fit hat, sure. But like anything that's like elastic, like any of the knit caps or anything like that. I've got knit caps and stuff like that. I lived in the cold. I went to college in New York. But Yeah, I don't necessarily love the way that I look in them either, but saying that, for some reason, I still have a stack of hats back there about 10 deep. This one's getting to be on its last legs. This is a Samsung 2, 3, something like that. Really young watch in their series. Been using it for years. It's been sort of nice for tracking sleep and when I go walking. And I'm waiting for one of them. Apple's is the closest, but waiting for them to get really there with the EKG and the watch. Alright, so what am I starting with for tonight's dinner plans other than wiping down the stovetop? I think we're going to start with cooking down a whole bunch of onions. And by a whole bunch, I mean 2. Which is a lot for dinner, but not a huge amount in the grand scheme of things. I, even in my small little trailer business, at times sat down to a sack of onions. Going to be doing caramelized onions with our turkey burger or turkey melt. Going the sort of traditional melt route, doing caramelized onions and mustard, and then mozzarella sticks. I thought about doubling down on the cheese and throwing a piece of American over the mozzarella sticks, because I felt it was questionably necessary to hold the mozzarella sticks in place. I would have to eat at fast food places for that. A good portion of them I haven't even been to. And what qualifies as a smash burger? Is it just something called a smash burger? Or do we have qualifications of actual thinness? Or actually, I actually saw an article the other day that I almost put in the Discord. I actually copied it to put in the Discord and then forgot about it and moved on with life. But they're now coming out with chicken smash burgers. I would say my initial guess would probably be, what is even the name of that chain? Let's see, where is Coddingtown? What is the name of that business? Oh, Habit. Habit Burger and Grill has been probably the last burger I went to have fast food-ish. They do a decent... I don't know if you qualify that as a smash burger. The other thing that same article talking about chicken smash burgers was saying was, are smash burgers, passe now? Ah, yes, the impossible meat companies that want to sell you the dream of one day carbon capturing using bioreactors and turning that into beef, but are nowhere close to actually doing that and are mostly using GMO products at this point. Love the idea of actual... I'm even okay with the idea of lab-created beef. I just don't love people lying to me that that's what they're doing when they're not. I'm not really ever against technology. Like, there's no way to really be against... Like, it's a fact, it either exists or it doesn't. My problem is too rapid of development, too untested. Which humans are great at doing. Case in point, the mistletoe that I can see on trees outside my door that is here because of Luther Burbank. Or the Dust Bowl, where we expanded farming so quickly that we created dust storms because no one thought they needed trees anymore. Thank you for the follow. Alright, we're going to close the map of Santa Rosa so that I can remember where Habit was. And we're going to start cooking onions. Actually, we're going to go to an ad, but when you come back, there's going to be onions in the pan. Let's see, is that still working for me? Salt. What else is going on lately? Not a whole lot. Like I said, I've just been sort of chilling. The computers have been going mad whenever I'm not streaming, trying to process all the old zip videos. Yeah. Anyone find any new shows lately to watch? Because I sort of need a new series for the next... I need something to binge watch for, like, between now and the weekend. I say that, but it's not really true. I just expect my normal YouTube channels are not going to be doing anything this week. Company retreat. DMV on DMV, huh? That seems like that's like a Parks and Rec spinoff. You know, let's put people in a boring office, and which that's an Office spinoff after. And who is in DMV? I don't mean to. Company retreat sounds a little more awkward. Let's see. Write both of these down. Or rather, just open. Yeah, that's on Amazon Prime. Chronicling the inner workings of an American jury trial through the eyes of juror Ronald Gladden doesn't realize that everyone except him is an actor. That's an interesting concept. A little bit, what was the Jim Carrey movie? That's definitely not what I expected from the title of it. I'm a little bit more interested in it from that title. Yeah, the description reminds me a bit Truman Show-ish. I love the smell of butter with cooking onions. Butter with cooking onions. Butter. Oh, hey, I guess we can turn the mute off on the stove so you can all hear what little sizzle's going on there. Also love MasterChef, the kids version. I haven't seen really any of the kids stuff. I can't stand the adult MasterChef US version. Like, I posted probably a couple of years ago now a comparison of the finale entrance of the US MasterChef versus the UK version. And it was like, the UK version was like, all right, let's cook, and actually paying attention to cooking, whereas the US one was like, let's fly them in a helicopter with fireworks and everything you can do to make this seem exciting without actually showing any food. Well, so that's 2 votes for Company Retreat. New Star Trek show? Yeah. Star Trek still hasn't, got me to dig back into any one of their shows. I've been meaning for a little while now to give Picard a try. I have not watched any of the Picard series, despite knowing, basically everyone came back into it. All right, what else can we do while we're doing this? Let's do potatoes. Let's add some potatoes to our poutine tonight. Maybe had these potatoes a little too long. Yeah, we had that one a little too long. Let me skip that one too. Yep, starting earlier than usual on Friday. Gonna have to do that if I'm doing chicken stock. All day stream on Friday. Well, at least as much all day as I can convince myself to do. Going pretty thin on my fries compared to usual for my wedge fries. I'm doing 5 per side. I normally do 3 or 4. Oh, we'll do even more maybe with this one. Oil. Salt. MSG. Pepper. Onion and garlic. That was garlic first. Garlic. Onion. Ah! Bumping the camera all over the place. Sorry. Gonna move it again. Alright, we'll set those off to the side for a few. How's our onions looking over here? Those are cookie ones. What we got back here? Dark? Yeah, dark. Dark chocolate. Chocolate winners get tonight. There's no bacon, but there's chocolate. let's do this double boiler. Double boiler. Rinse the onion and garlic off of this. The butter can stay, but or rather the oil can stay. The onions are both for the burger tonight and for our poutine gravy. My hair a poofy mess today. My hair is always a poofy mess when I leave the house. Lady who drew my blood today. Sorry if that irked anyone, but that was what was happening earlier today when I was talking about going to the doctor. Seemed competent, seemed working, seemed like she has been there for a minute. At the same time, the Eastern European thick accent made communication next to non-existent. The whole interaction with her was maybe 5 words. And it wasn't even I wasn't she was just clammed up. It's obviously is an issue for her, and it made me feel sorry. Of course, I was a little bummed out because the last half dozen times I've had blood drawn in recent years, it's been a cute little just out of college girl that, you know. Alright, now I'm going to turn my attention back over to chocolate. Is that setting on the right? Nope. Stream Deck time to walk off of its stand. Alright, I'm now going to switch over to a whisk. Now that most of this is melted. Give our onions a stir. And take our chocolate. Make sure it's nicely whipped up and try and keep all that fat well incorporated. Or reincorporate it. And I'm going to add a bunch of half and half into the party now. It's a little thicker than I want it still. Hey Melvin, welcome in. Now, if you're feeding a whole bunch of people this, you're doing this dessert for a whole bunch of people, not just you or just a couple. You're doing a family, you're doing a party. Throwing a can of fluff in there. Actually, speaking of that, do they still sell fluff? Like, I know they still sell marshmallow cream or soft marshmallow, but is the actual brand of fluff still around? I don't think I've seen it in years. So we've got our sauce here. That's a little thicker than I wanted. Well, it's okay. It's definitely a dark chocolate, so this is still bitter. If you want sweet chocolate, you need to add sugar. Looks almost like pudding. I'm going to add a bit of water to these onions at this point. Hey, that's sort of handy. Just to help with the steam action. You like German's chocolate? Is that the one that comes in the brown box? I keep forgetting to use. I have Mexican chocolate too that would have been perfectly fine for tonight too, especially with churros. Oops. Okay, potatoes are done. Onions are going. We need to make our gravy. We need to make our caramelized onions. Burgers are set to go. I bought the pre-made turkey burgers. I think we're waiting on onions still, because we got to make the gravy to go forward with most everything else. Should I bake or should I fry my mozzarella sticks? I should bake them. Like, frying for flavor and texture. I should probably bake them. See how many mozzarella sticks we hear. Oh, I opened this from the wrong end. Oops. That's why it was so... Oh. Why are you going to put an easy pull tab on things and then do the locking tabs on it underneath? Either you're making it easy to open or you're not, people. Let's see, we need that for that. Can I get by with just one of these? I think I can. These are our mozzarella sticks for tonight. I'm gonna throw that back in the freezer for right now. Was just investigating. They do sort of look like the frozen sausage links. The brown and serve sausage links that are already sort of like browned already, but they're like fake browned. Just running out of everything. Apparently I can't stand and walk either. Trying to trip over myself. I'm out of paper towels. I'm out of alcohol wipes. I got another thing of wipes down there though, but just running out of everything in the house right now. I keep meaning to do flour. I need to do flour again too. I mean, I've got a sack there that's probably 5 pounds, 10 pounds. Still, I need flour. Let's go back to caramelized onion cam. Can smell that butter still with those onions. It's yummy. Hey, Soph. We're working with mozzarella sticks. You know that, though. We're doing turkey melt with mozzarella stick poutine and churro mozzarella sticks for dessert. We're currently waiting on our onions to cook down. I'm cooking down onions, the caramelized onions on top of the burger, and also onions for making the gravy for the poutine. Because I'm doing an onion and beef gravy for the poutine. I don't really have, I really could get in trouble with the poutine crime people with this one tonight, because earlier tonight I was threatening to not even use potatoes with it. I was threatening to just use mozzarella sticks. And I don't even really have true curds for tonight. I have little bits of cheese. They're curd-like. They're curd-ish. But my recollection is curds are traditionally or typically cheddar. Just really, 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 really young cheddar. And those are mozzarella. They still might give me a squeak, though. And turn the oven on to preheat. Going a little higher temp with the oven tonight because I'm going to do the sticks in the oven too with the potatoes. But I think we're going to take a couple minute break here. How are we doing on ads? Where are we at hourly time schedule here? A little early with ads. I am going to do an early break here. And we're going to come back, let's say 10 minutes. I'm going to run ads now. And that way we can start in hopefully on the gravy and the oven will be nicely warmed up and ready to go. So I'll see all of you lovely people in 10 minutes.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardee. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardee products at your grocers. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for three. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in one carton. A full half pound of tender, quick cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off, a whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food. So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardee's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardee's products are at Best Grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardee's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving.
Univac, the giant electronic brain made only by Remington Rand, takes business statistics from magnetic tape, letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, processing them through its electronic circuits at phenomenal speeds. Univac can compute payrolls electronically, then produce printed checks in a flash. Over 8,000 checks an hour with this high-speed printer. Univac leads the field of electronic computing.
Here's an amazing free offer for everyone who's overweight. Even if you've tried other methods and failed, you can still lose ugly fat fast. Yes, thousands can tell you that calometric control is the only safe, sure, effective way to reduce. Now, this package contains the Wonder 10-Day Diet that gives you 3 delicious meals a day, plus a bedtime snack, even includes a jog for your willpower. Yet you take only 3 calometric tablets a day. And here's the sensational free offer. A 30-day supply of wonderful calometric tablets. A certified $3.50 value when you buy the regular calometric way to weight control. You save $3.50. Now that's a $7 value for only $3.50. A 50% saving. And how can you get your free bottle of calometric tablets? Well, just send in this calometric box top with your name and address. Your druggist will give you a postage-paid envelope already addressed to the calometric company. Now don't lose hope, lose weight. Get calometric reducing formula at your drugstore. Send the box top in the free postage-paid envelope. Get your $3.50 bottle of calometric tablets free. Don't wait. Act now.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
If you're still watching television on a small screen set, you're missing a lot. Here, for example, is a close-up on a 10-inch set. See how much smaller it is than my head? Now I'd like to show you the same close-up on a 21-inch set. There. Just look at the difference. She's as big as I am now. You can have big screen close-ups just like that. Close-ups as large as life with RCA Victor's great new 21-inch model, the Master 21, at the lowest 21-inch price in RCA Victor history, as little as $199.95. Visit your RCA Victor dealer soon. See television's greatest value, the Master 21, big screen 21-inch quality TV for $199.95. And remember, every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other television.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Right, Aroni, the San Francisco treat. Right, Aroni, everybody's got the beat. Started out where cable cars play this song. Not right at home because very long. Right, Aroni, the San Francisco treat.
From San Francisco, famous for food, comes Rice-A-Roni, the exciting new side dish. Here at last is a welcome change, a change from potatoes. Now you can serve Rice-A-Roni, a delicious side dish with meat, chicken, or fish. And you make Rice-A-Roni in minutes. Everything's right in the box. A packet of soup base, rice, and vermicelli that you brown in butter. Add the special herb-flavored broth, and in minutes, Rice-A-Roni. Fluffy, fragrant. A wonderful change from potatoes.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
If you're a student, a mother active in club work, a man who brings work home from the office, this was made for you. The Remington Office Writer, A new kind of portable designed to give you the extra features you need. King-size carriage, so long it can handle a sheet of school notebook paper lengthwise. Look, the office writer types nearly the full 11-inch length of the paper, the only portable that can. The office writer types up to 10 carbons, so that even the very last copy is easy to read. Cut clear, clean stencils unlike any ordinary portable. See the exciting new Remington office writer at your dealers. The price only $149.50, carrying case at slight additional cost. Available after a small down payment for only $1.50 a week. Terms payable monthly, including taxes and a small carrying charge.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open, simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Satisfying, lots of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment right. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee, make it often, make it right.
To brighten any moment.
Make it coffee.
To enjoy that fresh aroma.
Make it often.
Make it up fresh each time in a clean container. And for full flavor,
Make it right.
and here's how. For each cup of fresh drawn water, use one approved measure of your favorite coffee. That's all, one approved measure per cup.
All right. I'll be back. We got stove still cooking. We got music back going. Let's see. Oh. Need my mic back so you can actually hear me. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Will. I think I'm pretty much there with those onions. So I think we're going to take some of those and separate them off. I think that's a good amount. That's our oven coming to temp. The rest of these, and turn the heat down a little bit more for the moment. We are going to take these, add beef stock, or beef bouillon. Ooh, I'm almost out of butter. Don't worry, I got enough for tonight. But for some reason, I kept the box with that butter. Usually I get a thing of butter and pull out the first stick and get rid of the box. For some reason, that box lasted until the last stick. So we got beef bouillon in there, we've got our caramelized onions, and now we got some more butter in there. We're going to finish that up with a bit of flour, maybe from a new thing of flour. You'll work. Flour. We'll work that into our butter, onions, and bouillon. Turn the heat back on. Hey, Roselich. Welcome, welcome. And then water to finish our roux. Finish our gravy. If you're feeling adventurous, you can mount it with butter at the end, but that is not necessarily in my plans. So the plans for anyone just joining in for tonight's dinner is I'm going to be doing a turkey melt burger with mozzarella stick poutine. Mozzarella sticks on the melt too. And then for dessert I'm going to do mozzarella stick churros. We're about to go to an ad because I forgot to run one earlier. So I hope you enjoy that. Oops. Alright, we'll allow that to cook for a bit. Oh, how handy. I bought all sorts of dried peppers the other day because I was at the store and they don't normally have all these dried peppers. And I didn't know if they just get a shipment every once in a while and they get absolutely sold out, or they were bringing in new products. But I bought a bunch of them because they'd be great for all sorts of recipes in the future here. But that means there's a whole bunch of dried peppers getting in the way of me doing anything else on that shelf now. Bit more salt, pepper, garlic, onion, Worcestershire, MSG, squirt of mustard, that was onion powder. That was a little heavy on the garlic than I wanted to be. Ginger. I think that'll be it for this. Low flame. Let's get all that goodness off of the back of the spoon. Taters going in the oven. Oven's still burning itself out a little bit. Hurts the eyes a little bit to open that up. Speaking of that, I'm going to turn some other fans on though. Running out of laundry detergent too. Speaking of things, I'm running out of everything in the house. Why are you so crooked tonight, camera? I mean, I know I have troubles getting you to stay perfectly up and down, but maybe you'll stay there a little bit better? Ooh. Yeah, Rosewitch, I got it really dirty the other night. And with onion ovens, like, you can get the major debris out. You can clean it out and you can scrub it nice. You still don't get everything out. The cleaning cycle on most ovens just absolutely cranks the oven to its max setting and just burns everything in the oven to a crisp. Because ash is easy to remove. Oh, hey, I should drink something. Thank you for the hydration. All right. Not ready with that. Not ready with that. We got potatoes in the oven, so we got to get going. Let's get going with our mozzarella sticks. Let's get going with our turkey burgers. So as I said before, they're better if you fry them. I'm gonna bake them. There's two reasons I'm baking them tonight. It's not just that it's gonna be a bit healthier for me, which it will be with the lack of oil, even though it's a tray of cheese. The other one, these are all cooking at once. Their directions for frying, we're doing 6 at once. And so that would... Three and a quarter batches to do that. No, thank you. So I'm just going to put them all in the oven together. We're going to give the potatoes another 5 minutes before we throw those in there, though. Okay, we got that going. I think it's time to get burgers set to go. Well, it's really burger tonight, but I'm setting everything up so that I can make an easy turkey burger or turkey melt tomorrow. No easy pull tab on the turkey burgers? Boo. They're supposed to make everything easy for me to open on stream. Yeah. They've been an absolute revolution as far as the things they can sell in the meat case, though. Like the sous vide meat packages that I typically say are mostly made with hawk meat. Those things are great if you just want a lazy, you want some like long cooked stew meat or something like that and want to throw it together with something else. I haven't watched the price on those compared to other things. I know everything is going up ridiculously, but there are some winners and losers with things. At least on the international market, eggs are the cheapest they've been in ages. For like, we went from eggs being ridiculous, stupid expensive to being super cheap. Still got one more minute. It's the worst part of cooking is the waiting for doing the next step at the right time. Because a minute is not a very long period of time, but when you have to wait a minute, it takes forever. Anyone that's worked with video editing or overlays in streaming or will realize how short, like musicians will too, like just how short some things are that people will pick up no problem. Like the vast majority of the stuff that pops up on my screen is here for less than 4 seconds. Like, it does not take long. Taters are looking nice in there. They be sizzling. Our mozzarella sticks are in there now. And we're starting with our turkey burger cooking. if you could, 2 stoves and ovens would be really nice at times. Yeah, it was nice when I was working out of my trailer to have 8-top range and double deck Blodgett. What did I do with you, oil? There you are. I just realized I may not have any cinnamon in my house. Or not much. Yeah, that's sort of a bummer. I guess we'll go with a lot of the other spices in that department instead. I'm going to add some vanilla sugar. Some cardamom. A little bit of allspice. A little bit of clove. I'm going to start warming up this pan over here for doing our actual melt. Going back to those sealed packaging, it's also doing a number in the seafood aisle too. If you notice, Sunkist and a couple of the other companies are now doing their packed items like tuna and stuff like that in like foil packets that I suspect is somewhat the same technology. I mean, it's built into a ship, but actually, I think I'm just going to leave you right there rather than get a plate dirty. So the flame's off on that. That's just sitting in the hot pan still. Mayo, but pretty light on that, just an even coat over everything. Just trying to get that top just ever so sticky. Everything's looking good. We gotta wait another minute or two on those cheese sticks to finish before we can finish our melt. Need the cheese sticks to put inside the melt to finish the melt. I'm going to go ahead and throw the bread on the pan though, because we can start browning this bread a little bit. I'm still dithering back and forth. Do I throw a slice of American cheese on this or not? Like I'm doing 4 cheese sticks on the melt. But do we do a slice of American to sort of hold it all together? Turn the flame back on underneath the gravy there, so that warms up, or at least stays warm. So Cisco and Restaurant Depot, huh? Almost there. Another 10 seconds on the timer. Well, let's see how crispy I made these fries. They're definitely crispy. But are they overly crispy? Questionably. I don't really think so, but at the same time, I also think good percentage of America would disagree with me, especially the chicken tenders crowd. How did I miss? I thought I went through all of these. There's still some stuck. Oh. All right, here comes the mustard. Both sides. Doing my best to cut my hand, but it's gonna get mustardy. Lighter mustard on the inside. I'm going to take some of our less attractive mozzarella sticks, as in the ones that have obviously broken open. Slice of American cheese. Turkey burger. Now let's let you cook a little bit more on that side before we put you on top. Hey there, Ozzy. Welcome in. Welcome in, Mimic. Sorry, I've been a little distracted. Thank you for that resub, Ozzy. Hopefully you're having a great month. Hopefully life is treating you well. For anyone just joining in, we have the mozzarella stick ingredient challenge tonight, in which I am doing a mozzarella stick turkey melt. I'm doing a mozzarella stick poutine. And then I am doing mozzarella stick churros with chocolate. Oh, I just realized I don't have my onions on my melt here. Let's definitely load that up. What do you think? You put curds above or below the gravy? Let's see if these are squeaky. Under the gravy heard from a Canadian, so I'm going with it. You're not getting too toasty under here. Yeah, you are. How are you looking? Fabulous. Little dark on that side. Looks like it's black. Wow, that camera needs a little help in its lighting. Its color. onions out of the way. Let's throw some gravy on top of this dish. You know, that's a little too thick for my liking. And bring that back up to a boil with a bit more water just to loosen it up just a little bit. It's still a little too thick. All right, now for our gravy pour over. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of packet loss on the stream. Unfortunate. We're wrapping up here now, though, so I think we're pretty good. Grab a couple of photos of what we got finished here. Starting with our poutine. Darn it. Darn it. We've got our turkey burger melt with mozzarella sticks in it. Caramelized onions, mustard, extra crispy and then we've got the chocolate sauce, which is now a little bit more like a thick chocolate with our sugary churros, sugary cinnamon, even though there's no cinnamon, sugar and spice, vanilla and everything nice, in with our now thick chocolate. Cheers. First of the cheese sticks I've had tonight. A little bit of garlic in there. I think especially if you fried them before doing it like this, they would do fine with sugar, cinnamon. Delicious. Love the gravy on that. Onion is great. And let's give this a shot on stream tonight, too. I expected more cheese. Like, there's a lot of cheese. There's 4 cheese sticks and a slice of American cheese in that. Overall, I'm happy with tonight. Hope all of you enjoyed hanging out. I think it all turned out delicious. I used about 3/4 of my pack of cheese. I don't have plans for the last quarter, but if it'll close. There we go. But I think this is where I leave things for this fine evening. Friday. All day stream. Friday. Somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to noon Pacific. I'm going to have to do an errand before I start the stream. And yeah, all day stream. Going to be making chicken stock. Might not finish it. I typically don't on chicken stock days. I typically cook it out and show you the majority of the process and then just let it slow cook overnight and come back to it and package it the next day. Might be packing it on Sunday this week. What we got on Sunday? Sunday we're doing California. Gonna be doing avocado toast and Cobb salad. And then we're going to wrap up the week coming on Monday with our photo contest redemption from bakery. We're going to be doing a black-eyed pea cornbread casserole. This has got kitchen sink in it. It's black-eyed peas. It's a cornbread casserole with sausage, creamed corn, cheddar cheese, black-eyed peas, I'm repeating myself, but green chilies, and jalapeno. So that is the plan for Monday. Can you tell from the shadows that I'm still gesturing to the camera like you can see me? Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there tonight, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Tonight was a blast. I'm very happy with how things turned out. It may look a little dark on that turkey burger, but it's going to be delicious, and I don't care. So, man. Have a great night, folks. See you back here on Friday for an all-day stream.